So I'm coming down Tropicana and I'm passing over Koval, Koval right here. On my right, the MGM. On the left, Hooters. The Tropicana is up there to the left. You know, I only like the MGM on a Friday and Saturday night when people are going out to shows. I don't like the proximity of the MGM, the Tropicana and the Mandalay to the airport. There's just not enough money, so don't set your destination filter to the airport if you're anywhere close to these areas. You want to capitalize on the long runs. What do I mean by long runs? Well, as we come up here to New York, fairly much up front there, as you can see, we are now literally by the Strip. You can carry on going through that next intersection of the Vegas Strip and get to the highways, or you can hit a right if it's not too busy and go down the Strip. If it's a packed Friday, Saturday night, you want to head down Tropicana and then get down to the 15 and head north. Okay, 15 south Wilter goes back direction Los Angeles. So here we are. We're coming up to a very, very busy intersection, and this is really where I want to go. There it is, Las Vegas Boulevard North. Okay, I don't want to be on the south side. It's just no money, right? So yeah, these hotels to the left and right, they're great for UberX, always busy, but where will it take you? I mean, that'll give you a $2-3 trip. We're not chasing these little onesies and twosies. We want to build money. So I want to have a winning formula that allows me to go all day long, and that'll allow me to build up those long trips. So let this guy in here. You'll see a lot of those type of vehicles in Vegas because they're just like shuttle buses and that for the hotels. On the right, there's actually a great center here where you see Adidas and Skechers. There's a lot of like little outlets there, busy, but no place to stop. Right up front there, that little tower peeking out, that's the Eiffel Tower by Paris Hotel, and then you have the Aria up there to the left. Now that's about the halfway mark. That's great on a night, you know, at about 9 o'clock in the evening when people are going out, because they could be heading south or north of the boulevard, you know, down there. That big tower on my left there, that's the Cosmopolitan. You always want to get as close as possible to their valet or self-parking areas. If you can find a self-parking area with a good reception, keep it on, but you got to keep in mind that if you go into those underground garages, you're gonna lose the Uber and Lyft signal, and you're not going to get business. So you want to be out in the open, which means you have to go out to the roof deck or to a level where you're getting a good signal if you want to sit in self-parking, right? On very, very, very busy nights like the fight night coming up with Mayweather and O'Connor, yeah, you want to try and get into the valet areas, in and out as fast as possible, if that is possible at all. Left Monte Carlo here, not too crazy about that. I'm looking at more the end of this road, right? These tourists here, if they've reached the very end, the north or south point of the Las Vegas Boulevard, let me just show you here. There it is. Okay, we're not even halfway down the boulevard yet, but some people have had a long walk with kids, and they may be tired, and they may just order an Uber or a Lyft roadside. It's really hard to stop here. You're not really permitted to stop on the boulevard, so pull into one of the side streets, send them instructions exactly where you are. Hey, I'm coming in a northerly direction on the Las Vegas Boulevard. I'll be heading a right on MGM. Catch me about a half a street down. Okay, then they know exactly where you're going to be. Right, so now we're going to keep on going down the boulevard. We have a green light. We're crossing over MGM. We're on Las Vegas Boulevard heading north. We've got the Planet Hollywood Hotel on the right. The Paris, that's pretty much the halfway mark, and the Aria and the Cosmopolitan. That's like the halfway mark. Very hard to find parking. Like I said, you try and get into self-parking, get up to a rooftop or onto a level where you get a signal. If you can drive through the rideshare lots, if you can drive in slowly, most of the time you can sit there for a few minutes and pick someone up and then off you go. But the goal of my videos is not to show you a lot of tiny trips. I'm hunting for the big trips. So that's the reason why I'm heading all the way north down the boulevard to show you some of my favorite spots. Bellagio on the left and the Cosmopolitan. Those are your select drivers, your premier drivers, sometimes SUV and Lux, and a lot of UberX. Okay, it's more on the high end pricing wise, and accordingly it attracts that type of customer and that type of car that they want to drive in, right? People are very, very picky. Right up front here, the Paris, you know, a lot of families, so good for XXL, select. Sometimes, I'm saying sometimes, an SUV or a Lux. But again, the goal here is to get as far north as possible. Right up front there, the Trump Tower. Like I've told you many, many times in my videos, I don't support the guy. I will not support any rider or passenger coming out there. So there's no reason for me to be around the Trump Hotel. I boycott him all the way, and for 1,000 reasons. So if you don't like the video, that's just how it is. I say it as it is, always black or white. With me, you'll never get the gray zone. I am major anti-Trump person, and I will not sit there and try to get his business or support his people. I don't need that money. Where I like to be is further down north by the Wynn Encore. That's my go-to hotel. I stay at the Palazzo, the Wynn, or the Encore, or the Venetian. Those are my 4 hotels, and I've been very, very loyal to them over the last 10 years. So I stay over there, and if I drive the SUV, that's where I'm going to be. That's where you'll find me. Passing over Flamingo here, ladies and gentlemen.